Here we go then, lads. It's time for season number 2 here with Atletico Madrid. Now, we finished off last season in pretty good form. We managed to win La Liga on the final day of the season and also win the Spanish Cup, but falling short of the quarterfinals of the Champions League. But aren't very happy with me because they wanted me to reach the final of the Champions League, but we did achieve most of the goals. Now, this is going to be one of the biggest off seasons I've ever had in a career mode. As you will see here, as manager of Atletico Madrid, we have some major decisions to make because a ton of loan players have just returned to the club. I mean, it is ridiculous the amount of loan players here that have just returned to this squad. I'm going to have a major transfer window and it's not one to be missed. Now, if you're new to the channel, please smash that subscribe button. And if you enjoy the video, hit the like button. Let's get into this one. I wasn't kidding. This squad is massive. There are 41 players in this team and now we need to go through and start transfer listing all the players we want out. Now, after listing the majority of players that have come back from loan, this is what we have on the list. One of the biggest decisions to make was João Felix. I'm not gonna lie, I would have liked to have got to use João Felix in this career mode, but I do agree with the comments section. It looks like he will most likely leave in real life, so we are going to add him to the transfer list. We are going to get a sizable fee for João Felix. The other big name here is Memphis Depay. We already know that he's leaving to Manchester United for a massive fee, so we don't need to worry about that. The rest of these names, unless you support the club, you might not know who they are. It was just time to have a big clear out at the club and raise some funds to bring in much needed transfers in order to try and win the Champions League. And after advancing forward just a couple of days, we're going to see that we have a transfer budget of 272 million here at Atletico Madrid. That should be more than enough here in season number 2 to put a team together that can win the Champions League. There is going to be some element of realism in this, and I say some because, of course, we're trying to do this within 2 seasons, so I might go a little bit wild with some of the transfers. The first transfer I'm going to go in for is a player who I think suits our system perfectly, the 4-4-2 we're playing. It is Mikel Merino. He can play on the left side, the right side, and in the center of the park. Predominantly where we will use him is in the center of the park. And he's all round just a workhorse and a beast. With his high attacking and high defensive work rates, he will be key for us in the center of the park. Taking from other Spanish teams around us as well will weaken the opposition, and that's what we're going to look to do here. I reckon about 50 million. We might be able to get this deal done for Moreno. They want Griezmann. Absolutely not. Let's go in with a little bit more. We're going to go 58.4 million and see if this can snatch him away. He did have a release clause of 88 million, so I think this is good business. Unfortunately, after trying to negotiate a wage, we went to 65,000 per week when he was on 45, and they see that as a bit of an insult. We might have to go back in for him in a week or two. But without wasting any time, we're going to go for another Spaniard. We're going to go for Alejandro Grimaldo. He's currently at Benfica. We have a very good relationship with Benfica, and we're going to hopefully try and take him. He could play left mid or left back and would be a massive upgrade on that position right now. Now, a lot of people wanted me to go back in for Reguilon, but I feel like this is a better option. I'm going to kick it off with 38 million, see what they say. They want Renan Lodi, which I'm actually accepting. I'm going to change the transfer fee, though. Renan Lodi, someone who was returning to the club who I wasn't that keen to use, so if we can bargain him into this deal for Grimaldo, I would be more than happy. 17.2 isn't the worst fee, and Grimaldo probably is worth more around the 50 million mark. And this time around, we managed to not insult Grimaldo, and he's going to join the squad here at Atletico. He's going to be very important to this Champions League season. We need a very solid left back, and at 84 rated, I feel like he's going to have exactly the skill set that we need moving forward and actually covers a little bit of that left side of midfield. He's going to slot straight in then as the starting left back with Reinildo as backup. We also have the youngster Manu Sanchez there on the bench as well. He's someone who I wouldn't mind giving a bit of game time this season. Another couple of players that we talked about a lot in the comments section was Oblak, and does he stay this season? I think he does, and he will be the vice captain for the team. Okay, of course, keeping the captaincy, another player that's going to stay this season is going to be Matheus Cunha. Can play left mid, cam, and striker. Good opportunity for us to use him. He had that loan spell at Wolves. It's time for him to come back and play under Yorkie. Finally, we get a big offer in for João Felix, and it's Benfica of all the clubs to come in for João Felix. What a perfect fit. He's going back to Portugal. 93.9 million. Thank you very much, Benfica. But with us saying goodbye to João Felix, it's time to see where the budget sits after this deal goes through. And it's now at a staggering 377 million. That gives us a lot of money to play around with. Potentially some really big signings now to join the team. It was time to go back in for Miguel Merino first, though. I mean, he cost me an absolute bomb in terms of wages and signing signing on fee, but I think he's going to be super important to this starting 11, so the deal is done and dusted, and he's snapped up. He will be wearing the Atletico shirt this season, and for me, he's most likely going to be a starter. I'm contemplating letting go of Kondogbia. Moreno and Llorente deserve the game time, in my opinion, and that's where he will be starting in the 11 this year. I do also think it makes sense to start shoring up the backup goalkeeper position because Oblak is getting on now in age. We're going to go for Lucas Chevalier. I'm pretty sure I nailed that. And if you're new to the channel, you don't know, I am horrendous at pronunciation. He's going to be the backup goalkeeper for this season. It's not just about signing Champions League quality players. We've gone and paid the release clause because I felt that was more realistic. I mean, we'd have got this deal for so cheap, and there is no way in real life that they would let him go for that fee. As mentioned before, I felt Kondogbia's time at the club was done. I wasn't going to offer him a new contract, with only a year left. It made business sense to get a deal done. Chelsea coming in with 30 million. We're going to accept it. Napoli have come in for Laporte. No, Napoli. Made the decision to transfer list Alvaro Morata. He was pretty underwhelming last season. I mean, he chipped in with a couple of goals, but we do have Matheus Cunha back, and I would much rather go out and sign another striker that I trusted. Of course, when we look at both these deals, there is Sporting, there is Leeds. Of course, I'm going to accept Leeds. We could really do with a striker roundabout now, and Morata hopefully will help us out. He manages to get the deal done relatively quickly. They can agree on a wage. Hopefully, we're not paying them too much, but we do get an A for this one. I felt his time was done. We didn't really get anything out of him, did we, boys? Might leave room now to sign another striker. Before we can get into any more transfer dealings, though, we're going to have our first game of the episode here against Sevilla. Time for Grimaldo and Moreno's debuts, but apart from that, it's a team that you would expect to see from Yorkie. Sevilla put on a real fight last season for the title. Let's see if we can get a comfortable victory in the first game of La Liga. I'm also freshly back from my holiday in Spain. Your boy's been in Benidorm. He feels very, very tired, and this could be a very difficult match. Hopefully, I can find an early opening. That's not a bad ball into Grimaldo for nearly a debut goal. It'd been crazy if Grimaldo could have pulled off a debut goal there. Is Griezmann going to get to that? He is. What's this keeper made of? Bono pulling out these unbelievable stops here at the very start of this match. Rafa Mir being played in behind it. Laporte is going to be up with him. Rafa Mir's ball across his shocking. Grimaldo's clearance wasn't much better, but Oblak saves it. Grimaldo's played a beautiful ball in behind there to Yannick Carrasco. Carrasco, so dangerous last year, straight across, tapping goal for Angel Correa. He'll get his first goal of the season. There hasn't been many better in this team than that man right there. Molina knocks that one up. Carrasco, Grimaldo. Grimaldo takes a decent touch. He's kept it. Can I keep it in? I can. Yannick Carrasco whipping that one straight across. It's a good ball in. Miguel Moreno couldn't get to it. Rafa Mir piling forward now for Sevilla. Got bodies back. Moreno's making his way back, but Sergio straight across, and what an easy finish. Too easy for Tecatito there. This needs to be better defensively. Looks like Sevilla are going to be just as big of a problem this year as they were last. Can he play that across to Correa? He can. Correa lost that one in. That's great from Griezmann. Great forward. Oh, he's stunning. I mean, he's timeless, isn't he? He's ageless. Antoine Griezmann with a beautiful finish. Don't know how much game time this man will get this season with Gonzalo Ramos and Matheus Cunha on the bench. But if he continues to play like that, he's going to be my #1 striker alongside Correa. Early second half free kick for Sevilla. They're going to go short. I could tell that was coming. Jordan plays it back. I don't like that. Papu Gomez fawning my side so far. And here comes Sevilla. Going to try and play the ball across. And of course, Jimenez, as per usual, he's got a new contract now. Spin that ball out perfectly. He's weighted that one over to Antoine Griezmann perfectly as well. And Griezmann can kind of bury this tie here. And he will. Antoine Griezmann makes it 3-1. Great ball through. Sergi Drada into Rafa Mir. And just like that, it's 3-2. Frustrating moment for the back line as they were caught out massively. Laporte, again, hasn't played that much football recently, has he? But that is not good enough. And Rafa Mir just gives them a slim hope of getting points from this game. Molina with space to run into. Cuts that one forward. That's perfectly into Laporte. Laporte obviously having to cut that one back. Back into Molina. Good ball out wide to Moreno. And what a great save from Bono. We're not done and dusted yet. I've made some substitutions. Cunha and Ramos back on the pitch. But We're not out of this game just yet, as that's another worldie from Bono. No fight back in the end then from Sevilla. We'll take all 3 points, 3-2 victory on the opening day of the season, and a show from Antoine Griezmann. Next up in the league is going to be Villarreal. They have a striker up there that I wouldn't mind us taking a look at in Danjuma. He could be one of the options we go for. This is our 11. The only change is that Llorente will be playing at right mid. Let's see if in this game, Antoine Griezmann can keep the form up and put on another show. There's a great ball forward already into Danjuma. Laporte up next to him. He's going to be very important in this one as they've split us apart, and Tavares' shot is saved by Oblak to try and remain tight in the back in this game. I think that would have been a foul going our way anyway, and Koke now can break away and try and play in Correa, which he does perfectly. Angel Correa, awkward position for him to be in. I'm going to cut it back. I'm still got it. Angel Correa nearly deflected into the back of the net. Let's whip a ball in here now. Let's see if we can get underneath it with Antoine Griezmann. We can't. They've got some tall bodies in the box. Van Foyth now out wide. Grimaldo will have the pace to get back and put in a good tackle. Rafa now, good position. Laporte puts it over the bar. Early opportunities for both sides. No one taking one just yet. Danjuma was in there. He's got way more height than Grimaldo. Now Mario plays that back across, and Tapsoda is probably one of the few players you don't want there taking a shot. Reno brings that forward. It's going to have to be beautiful into Correa, but he's a mile offside. Correa then straight back out. There's a beautiful ball out to Molina. Molina pulls it back across, switches it across to Correa for 1-0 Atletico Madrid. I genuinely think Correa and Griezmann up top this season are going to destroy the league. May add the question of even why would we sign another striker when we've got these two and 2 stars on the bench in Gonzalo Ramos and Mateus Cunha. Into Correa. Over to Griezmann. Good touch. Griezmann, first time. What a save from the keeper. Correa's going to slide that one into Griezmann. Griezmann did not have the pace to finish his run. Llorente now is going to be able to loft that one over to Griezmann. Never going to find him. A lovely ball inside to Coquelin. I couldn't get to him. Coquelin. Oh, what great footwork. What great play from Oblak. But then that's poor from Koke. Needs to clear it, and it's 1-1. Malo inside. Correa. That's a lovely ball across. Gonzalo Ramos fresh on the pitch. Gonzalo Ramos restores the lead just moments after Villarreal leveled up. Good ball across now into Gerard Moreno. He's hit the post. It's going to be Danjuma back across. Well saved, Oblak. Danjuma now piling forward again. This is going to be a late opportunity for Villarreal. He's going to get the ball across. What a save from Oblak again. Barring this corner, we are going to start our season with 6 points. It's a good corner. It's a good header away, and it's the full-time whistle. 2-1 the victory. 6 points to begin the season. That was not an easy game in the slightest. But that is where we're going to end this episode. We're going to go through the sales so far. There has been a ton of them. Gomes leaving, Valery leaving, Morata. Good deal for us, I feel like most of these. Kondogbia, Alejo, Lino out on loan, Camelo. There's just been so many deals. The big one, of course, Felix to Benfica for 93.9 million. But we've slowly started to thin the squad, and I feel like the 3 players we brought in so far fit the team very well. There is still room for more transfers. Potentially another central midfielder. Potentially another right midfielder. Right back is up for contention as well, because I'm not a big fan of Doherty. And then the big question is, do we sign another striker? I didn't know how much Griezmann would play this season or how well he would get on, but with the way he started the season, maybe we don't need one. That's going to be it for me, though. I appreciate you all. If you're new around here, smash the subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. We'll be back very soon for the end of this summer transfer window, and quite easily the biggest window we've had on the channel.